let's begin this exponential equation by subtracting 4,200 off of each side. This gives us 10 raised to the 5 plus 8x power is equal to 79,800. Now, since our x is trapped up in the exponent position, that's the clue that tells us we want to log each side. Logging the left brings the 5 plus 8x out front times the log of 10, and that is equal to the log of 79,800 on the right hand side. Now, since this is the common log, which is base 10, this expression here is equal to 1 because 10 to the first is equal to 10. So we can basically ignore the logarithm and just have 5 plus 8x on the left is equal to the log of 79,800. Now, to solve for x, we can just subtract 5 and divide by 8 on each side, and this will leave us the log of 79,800, close parentheses, minus 5, all divided by 8. And if we are writing this as our solution set and we want the exact form, that will be the exact form. Now, if we are looking for a decimal approximation, it turns out that that decimal approximation to 4 decimal places is negative 0.0122. And I might mention that it's smart to put parentheses around the numerator before typing this into your calculator. Otherwise, you need to find the value of the numerator, hit equals, and then divide by 8. Okay, let's look at this next problem. You know we're going to have to somehow get logarithms involved because the x's are trapped up in the exponent position, but this looks strangely like the quadratic equation where that second exponent is double the first one. Let's try u substitution. Let's let u equal e to the x. We can then rewrite this equation as u squared minus 6u minus 16 is equal to 0. Which can then be factored into u minus 8 times u plus 2, and we get u is equal to 8, or u is equal to negative 2. We want to then back substitute, write each of these again as e to the x, the way they were when we began. E to the x equals 8, or e to the x equals negative 2. Okay, to solve these equations, it's going to be easier to natural log each side. Natural log the left, natural log the right. You end up getting x natural log of e equals the natural log of 8. Now let's look at that. The base here is e, and so the natural log of e base e is 1. So that left side just becomes x equals, and then you have the natural log of 8 on the right hand side. Likewise, on this second equation, when we now take the natural log of each side, we get x natural log of e equals the natural log of negative 2, which means x is equal to the natural log of negative 2. But that's not allowed because the argument cannot be negative. What's inside the logarithm must be positive. So, our only solution here is the natural log of 8. That is our exact solution. And then substituting that into a calculator, we find that x is approximately 2.0794.